It's fitting. I've started the women's ice hockey question, so I'll be reporter. Volleyball question, I'll be reporter
too. That is how they design it, yeah.
What creates offense?
Defense.
What creates defense?
Offense.
No, the goalie in the back of the net.
So you're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy because
at least if you're going to pick a trap game, pick the right ones.
Little fast footwork. I know your feet don't move that fast.
Brady, that's all flash, no pass. She didn't net it in the back of the net. That's not even a goal.
What are you doing coming out, Ryan?
Brady,
are you ready for some debate? This Bobcat Breakdown starts right now.
Hello and welcome into Studio 125 for tonight's episode of Bobcat Breakdown. I'm your host, Tony Wetmore, alongside Connor Core and Brandon Murdoch for our final Q30 show before graduation. Are you guys ready for one last debate?
Yeah, it's going to be a somber moment for sure, but there's, like you said, still plenty of debate to be had, so I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, it's definitely bittersweet. It's always exciting to be on Dust with you guys, but, it's the last one.
Yeah.
Let's start out off on the golf course. On Saturday, Golf won its 4th MAC championship in 5 years. Do you think this makes the golf team the best at Quinnipiac in your time here? Brandon, we'll start with you.
I'm going to go with yeah. This team, I know hockey won a national championship a couple years ago, but this team just performs every single year we've been here, 4 years. They don't get all the love that some other teams here at QU do, but they're just kind of winning. Just go in and work and win. Fall all the way. This is the longest season of any sport we have here. They go start in September. They're still playing. They got a match in May coming up. Also, it's an 11-person team, 8 are underclassmen, and it just keeps rolling on. This is a young team. It doesn't matter. They keep winning.
Yeah, I think you put it the best way, Brent. I think the word that I would use is wagon, because I agree with you. I think this golf team is one of the best on campus, and they don't get nearly as much credit as they deserve. We kind of had the same conversation a couple years ago when Ben Kane was here on desk. Shout out, Ben. I know he's watching this back at home. But when I look at the teams who have dominated over the last 4 years, it's golf, it's cross-country track and field, it's women's soccer, and it's men's hockey. Obviously, the other programs that have their flashes of success, but those 4 really do stand out to me. Like you said, men's hockey won the national championship in 2023. We can all say that was an awesome moment, not only for the team, but the university. But I think this golf team has really, in this program, not even just this team, but this program has stepped up and shown out compared to the other programs across campus. 4 players finished in the top 10 at this past weekend's MAC tournament, including the first place person at plus 1 over par throughout the entire tournament. So this program, they know what they're doing, and all they have on campus is just a small little virtual tee room that they just hit balls and they get better each and every day.
I can't tell you how bad I wanted to use that machine. But, and mind you, the only time they haven't won, they came in second, so not too bad. And I know, obviously, nobody likes ties here, but you got a second favorite team.
Yeah.
We're going to have the same one.
I would say exactly, and I agree with you. Nothing would stop me at this point, especially with 3 weeks left, to try to get a couple swings in there at the virtual box. I know exactly where it is. I don't want anyone listening to say I might be there. I'm not going to promise. I might actually be there.
Text me when you go.
I will. I definitely will.
And while golf already clinched its championship, this is the first time that every spring sports team is in a position to make the MAC tournament. Which team do you think would be the most notable, Connor?
Yeah, I think it's got to be baseball. I mean, right now, they're 3rd in the MAC right now. Coming into this past weekend, they were in second, but then Ryder played 2 additional MAC games to get up into that second place spot, so Quinnipiac would get bumped down. They missed the postseason last year. They last won the MAC tournament in 2019, and that was like the generational run for Quinnipiac baseball. Went all the way to the regional final against East Carolina, ended up losing that game, but still is a major moment and milestone for the program. To get back to that moment, I think it's very doable. They played well against Ryder earlier in the season, and especially when you head down to this postseason play where Fairfield's going to be the #1 team and you're facing them next weekend, it's going to be a key moment and a key weekend. I think this baseball team has what it takes to be the most notable out of the spring sports who are going to be playing in the postseason.
No, David, I like your pick just because it was a tough last year for them, definitely.
No, absolutely.
But see how they bounce back. But I'm going to go with softball here. I'm going to give you some stats. Baseball, the last time they made it, as you said, 2023, they made it to the semifinals.
Right.
Women's lacrosse, clinched it this year already.
Right.
2023 semifinals before this. Men's lacrosse last year. Softball, 2016. It's been 9 years since this team's been back to the top. It's been a rough 10 years for this collector mark. It's the highest finish over that span has been 7th. That's the closest they've been to the playoffs. Losing has become a part of this program, unfortunately. So to see them have success, make the playoffs, it would be huge for this. It would be huge for the program. And in our 4 years here, they've only surpassed 9 conference wins. They're at 11 right now, so they're kind of on a run. They might just end it.
Yeah, then I have 2 more weekends of conference play before that postseason tournament starts. I do like your pick as well, 11-7 in the conference coming into today. But I think for me, when the baseball team missed out on the postseason all entirely last season, and now they're already third, potentially going as high as second in the MAC conference this season by the time the conference play in the regular season ends, I think that means a little bit more. Because like you said, softball's first time they would potentially be there since 2016. But I think where the baseball program's at and the softball program's at, it's in 2 completely areas across the entire conference. And as an athletics program, I think baseball to get back to where they are, I think everyone would love to see a baseball much more than softball would. No discredit to softball and what they've been able to do this season in particular. But I think when baseball is at the top of their game, I think it's always a good thing for the spring sports.
I'm not saying baseball is like a favorite or anything, but softball, you gotta like the underdog story, right? It's been a long time, and if they get into the tournament, they start a new trend. Maybe losing, like I said, been a part of the program for the last 10 years. Maybe the next 10 years will be a winner.
Yeah, and everyone knows back at home, I do love a good underdog story. So there's always that option, and hopefully the softball and baseball team make deep runs in the postseason, because obviously that'd be great for the spring sports in general, not just the baseball and softball programs.
Definitely.
I think we can all agree that no matter what team it is, if we see every team in that postseason for MAC play, it'll be incredible to have
it'd be the first time in history where every program has made the postseason. And with men's lacrosse playing tomorrow against Merrimack, if they win, they're also into the postseason tournament as well.
Yeah.
Definitely exciting time for Quinnipiac sports.
Yeah.
Just have to wait and see. It's now time for our first commercial break of the night, but when we come back, Brandon and Connor will play Guess That Bobcat. Don't go anywhere, because Bobcat Breakdown will be right back.
Buckle up! Nobody is more prepared for an emergency than Dogman.
With all your kung fu skills and your canine fortitude or whatnot.
But for the rest of us, a good plan goes a long way.
Come on, let's go!
So, whether it's an unexpected disaster or the world's most evilest cat bent on destroying all do-gooders,
Destroy all do-gooders!
you can help your family be ready for anything.
No time to waste. Will you get out of here?
Get started today at ready.gov/kids.
Here at Sports Pause, we like to have balance between having fun and working hard. Sometimes that competition we cover gets into our producing.
Tune in every Monday night at 9:30 at q30tv.com/watch for all the news, highlights, and more. This is Sports Pause.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and to support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to Bobcat Breakdown. In honor of us graduating this May, we decided to play a game of Guess That Bobcat. These two will try and figure out 6 mystery players from various sports that suited up for the Bobcats in the last 4 years. They will each write their answers down on their whiteboards and then reveal. The person with the most correct wins out of 6 will win. And if they are tied, I will give them a tiebreaker question. You guys ready?
Yeah, hundreds of thousands of athletes have come through Quinnipiac. It'd be tough to narrow it down to 6, but I'm very excited about it.
Just gotta lock in.
Just gotta lock in.
Our first athlete is a 2022 volleyball MAC champion and was MAC tournament MVP as a senior. She's a 2-time All-Championship team selection and was a member of the 2022 All-MAC first team and 2023 All-MAC second team. She also recorded 20 kills and 7 digs in 2023 MAC championship loss to Fairfield. Who do you think this Bobcat is? Do you both have your answers?
I'm
ready.
Very much ready.
All right, and let's see.
Go, Ariane. Ariane, yes?
Yeah. All right. So I think that was a pretty easy one. Obviously, 2022-23 was a monumental year for Quinnipiac athletics, and it all started off with that volleyball program. And as you can tell, Ariana Diaz was a big focal point in that championship year. Came back in a grad year in 23, didn't quite get the job done against Fairfield, but still a great athlete over these past 4 years.
Yeah, you saw the stats up there. She's one of the most legendary volleyball players we've had.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and starting off 1-1, the correct answer is Ariana Diaz, who played at Quinnipiac from 2019 until 2023. Our next athlete is the 2023 Big East Midfielder of the Year, the first major award winner in field hockey team history. She's a two-time All-Big East first-team selection during 3 seasons with the Bobcats and led the team in goals and points in 2022 and 2023. Who do you think this Bobcat is? How confident are we feeling in our answer?
I'm feeling very good right now. I will be completely honest. I'm feeling so good. I think I got this. I think I spelled the name wrong. I'll be honest, because just straight off the dome. But I'm feeling very good.
Brandon, you were a little slow to write there.
I'm a little nervous on this one. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, go ahead and reveal your answers.
That's Stella Titmeyer.
Katie Shanahan, hopefully.
All right, we do
I don't even think Katie Shanahan was a student here in 2023. I'll be honest. I don't think she was.
And we do have a correct answer. Who's feeling more confident? Are you feeling more confident?
Like 100%. It's got to be me, right?
I'm always confident, but we'll see.
The correct answer is Stella Titmeyer, who played at Quinnipiac from 2021 until 2023. We'll move on to our third athlete. She won back-to-back MAC championships with women's soccer in 2022 and 2023. She is a 2-time All-MAC first team and was one of 3 Bobcats named 2023 Defensive Player of the Year after starting all 17 games and leading the Bobcats in minutes, played with 1,453. Who do you think this Bobcat is? And before you reveal your answers, I will say that these are 2 soccer beat reporters, so they should know what this answer is. How confident are we feeling in this?
100% confident. Yeah, 100%.
Even more confident than the last
one. I'll even give you an interesting fact as well. She is currently playing pro soccer right now, up in Canada, where she's from.
All right, let's see the reveal.
Olivia
Scott both ways.
Let's
they
go.
are both
Do I need to
correct.
show the
The
camera?
correct
There we go.
answer is Olivia Scott. She played at Quinnipiac from 2019 until 2023. Very confident in those 2 answers from our beat reporters. I'm proud of you. I would have been a little disappointed if either of you got that one wrong.
I feel like we would have lost credibility if we didn't get that one.
I don't think the coaching staff would have been happy with us, and obviously some of the other beat reporters as well.
And Connor leads us by 1 right now.
Oh yeah, 3.
Did
we expect anything?
We love an underdog. Did we just talk about love an underdog story?
Yeah, well, not this one. I'll be honest with you. Not this one.
All right, it's a close race, but the next athlete is 3rd in Quinnipiac men's basketball Division I history in 3-point field goals, made with 244. He was part of Savion Lewis's first-year class a little while ago and named to the 2018-19 All-MAC rookie team. He became the 19th Division I player in Quinnipiac history to reach 1,000 career points. Who do you think this Bobcat is? Of course, we'll start with confidence meter. How are we feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I've gotten every single question right, and especially this one as well.
Gotten almost every question right, and I think I'm gonna get this one too.
All right, let's see the reveal.
Got Tyrese.
All right,
There you go.
correct answers here. What made you know that it was? What really stuck out to you?
I'll be honest. When I saw the photo on the screen, when it was blurred out, I kind of saw the hair, and I could kind of see the 5 in there, and I knew Doug Young didn't quite have that much hair yet. So I knew it had to be Tyrese Williams. Great player. His dad, electric on the sidelines.
Absolutely.
Electric.
And Tyrese Williams played at Quinnipiac from 2018 until 2023. Our 5th athlete. A chance for Brandon Murdoch
I
to
gotta make sure to put my score down. Just want to let you know I'm up by 1.
Scored the first Quinnipiac goal in the 2023 National Championship game for the men's ice hockey team. He registered 6 points in 6 career NCAA tournament games with the Bobcats. He then transferred after the 2023-24 season to the team he debuted against as a first year. Who do you think this Bobcat is? Both quick answers. Connor's writing a lot longer than you, though. So
probably wrong.
Let's see.
Well, okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I'm very confident, once again, in my answer.
All right, and what is the reveal?
Christophe Tellier.
Sherbrooke
boys. Shout out to Matt Mugno. I know he's watching as well. Had a nice text with him before this, but got an assist from Zach Metza to open up the scoring. It would have been 2-1 at that point in the national championship game.
Yeah, absolutely, and you both got it correct.
Right.
So again, Connor leads by 1. It's Christophe Tellier, who played at Quinnipiac from 2021 until 2024. Now we have our final athlete coming up. Brandon, this is your shot to either tie it or it's going to give Connor the victory. So we'll see. We'll see what this one brings. The final athlete is a 2023 All-MAC second team selection as a graduate student for the baseball team. He is the Quinnipiac career leader in steals with 77 and owns the team's Division I record for single-season steals with 30. He was also the last remaining player from the 2019 MAC championship team. Who do you think this Bobcat is? And again, we'll start with our confidence meter. How are you feeling with this answer?
Oh, fantastic. Like, I don't think you can make this stuff up. I think it's going to be a clean sweep, get out the broom, 6-0. Brandon, hate to see you lose, but hey, this underdog story couldn't come true.
This was not a movie.
All right, well, we know that Connor is confident, so
yeah, I think that was.
Let's see the reveal.
Got
Kyle Maves.
Kyle Maves. All right, there you go.
Numbers.
The correct answer is Kyle Maves. He played at Quinnipiac from 2019 until 2023. Do you still want to do the tiebreaker just to see if you can get this answer and see if Connor can go 100%?
Yeah, I can feel like I'm very, like I said, I'm very confident in, especially going 6-0 right now. Why not make it 7? Why not make it 7?
All right, it's time for the tiebreaker. So even though we're not counting it as a tiebreaker, but for our final question, beginning with the fall 2021 season until the end of 2024, how many goals has the Quinnipiac women's soccer team allowed? Again, beginning with fall 2021 season until the end of 2024, how many goals has the Quinnipiac women's soccer team allowed? And we'll go with the closest answer that's not going over.
Is it like all non-conference?
Non-conference. I think non-conference and conference.
All
the games.
Everything's
All the games.
included.
Okay.
From fall of 2021 until this season. And if you need a hint, they played 76 total games.
Okay, that's good to know. The math is not mathing right now.
We don't have a timer going
right
on, but I feel like I should give a little, all right, I want to play some Jeopardy music and not copyrighted. So. All right, do you have an answer?
Yeah.
You going to lock it in?
I don't have to be right. I just got to be closer than him.
Yeah, let's see. What's the thought process here?
I just got to hope for the best.
Yeah, I think my, the hint was 76 games. I think you just multiply that close to 4, which is kind of around at 200 and, no, it's not 210. It's close there.
We're not math majors.
Yeah, again, we're not. Why do we think we're in sports journalism? Yeah.
Do you know that it's goals allowed?
Oh, it's goals allowed. Oh, wait, is there a way to change my
No.
Oh,
I'm being told in my ear I can't change my answer.
So,
okay, so
right.
I think Brandon's
going to be closer. And let's get the reveal.
All right.
64.
257.
257.
That's got to be a win, right? No.
And the correct answer is 67. He didn't go over, so Brandon Murdoch has won the tiebreaker. It's too bad it wasn't actually tied because that would have given you the win. But unfortunately for Brandon, Connor is the winner because that one didn't actually count.
I'm proud of you for that. I'm not even going to be mad about that.
How are you feeling, Connor? About?
I mean, obviously, my listening skills weren't on because I thought it was the amount of goals they've scored, not the amount of goals they've allowed. Like that number would have been a lot lower. It just goes to show how successful.
What number would you have chosen?
Even after that, I probably still would have picked in the hundreds.
Okay.
Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't know why, but I cut it in half. But obviously, not a good look for me. Sorry about
I think I would have been in between your numbers as well. Well, it is now time for our second commercial break of the night, but when we return, Connor and Brandon will share some of their favorite athletes and teams during their time at Quinnipiac. Stay with us. Bobcat Breakdown will be right back.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
No, I'm not gambling.
Live from the Piazza, it's Quinnipiac tonight!
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. one teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Welcome back to Bobcat Breakdown. If you're just joining us, I'm Tony Wetmore, joined alongside Connor Core and Brandon Murdoch. For our last round of debate, we'll reflect on your last 4 years at Quinnipiac. Which athlete do you think was the best in your time here? Connor, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think before I get to it, I'm going to be going to a little bit of a high right now after the trivia. But other than that, best athlete, Brandon, I don't know if you're going to think about this, Gal Raviv. 1 year at Quinnipiac, first player in the MAC basketball for the player and rookie of the year ever. I was going back and forth between her and Yaniv Perez, the goaltender, for 2 seasons at the Quinnipiac men's ice hockey team. But like I said, the first player ever in men's and women's basketball to win player and rookie of the year in the same season. And MAC Conference is a basketball conference first and foremost, and averaged almost 18 points a game as a freshman. I don't know how you can compare to that. What do you? I know you're speechless right now, but what's your answer?
I'm not gonna lie, that was a good answer. I'll
Yeah,
give you that answer, but I'm gonna go a different route. I'm gonna go the hockey route. I'm gonna go Colin Graf.
Okay.
Yeah. Colin Graf, we only got to see him for 2 years, but that was more than enough. He was 43 goals, 65 points, or assists, 108 points in his career. As you see, 2024 ECAC Hockey Player of the Year. He's been a Hobie Baker top 10 finalist both times he was here. He led team in scoring both years, and he's one of the few Quinnipiac alum that's currently playing in the big leagues. Currently in the NHL with the San Jose Sharks. And one thing that graphic doesn't show you, he's a national champion. Not many people at Quinnipiac can say that. This kid was legendary here at Quinnipiac, and obviously Gal Raviv was a great one, but I'm gonna take the national championship.
Well, Brandon, clearly your facts aren't right because Colin Graf's actually currently in the AHL with the San Jose Barracuda. So he was in the NHL for a few months, but let's get our facts straight. Yeah.
I'm gonna take national votes over conference votes. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a good one. But I mean, obviously, Gal transferring to an ACC school in the University of Miami, a school that Quinnipiac's played quite a few times in the NCAA tournament and beat them both times in the tournament. But still great 2 picks, 2 amazing athletes here.
Absolutely,
at Quinnipiac.
both great picks. I'll have to go with Gal because she was here while I was here. I haven't had the pleasure to see Colin play in person. But
2 beats 1. 2 beats 1.
Let's switch from singular athletes to entire teams. What was your favorite team during your time at Quinnipiac? Brandon?
I'm going to go with women's soccer here. I feel like this is like a no-brainer for me. I've covered this team for 3 years, one for QBSN and then 2 for a B reporter here for Q30. I've gone to cover 2 NCAA tournament games for this team as well as numerous MAC tournament games. This team was just fantastic. Over our 4 years here, especially the last 3, they were a wagon. Obviously, it came up short a little bit this year, but this team is really one of the most dominant teams. You mentioned earlier, one of the most dominant teams we have here at Quinnipiac. This team is just, I think in my opinion, the best.
Yeah, I think there's a consistency factor, especially with the women's soccer team making it to the MAC tournament MAC championship game 4 years in a row in the semis in the previous year in the 5th year. But it's going to be a very chalk answer for me. I think it's got to be the men's ice hockey team winning the 2023 national championship, 8-1-2 in ranked games in that same season, including NCAA tournament games and obviously the national championship win. Brandon, I think the best line ever come out of that season, Lipkin has a man in front. Those words before that moment, that's changed Quinnipiac's trajectory of men's hockey forever. And obviously, they played in 2013, 2016, 2023. 3rd time's a charm, national champions, Quinnipiac men's hockey.
That's a great choice. You really can't go wrong with that. National champion. But did you know who scored the tying goal in that?
I actually do know.
The final 4
months? Yeah, because I was in Tampa, so I kind of witnessed it in person, not just over the TV.
Can you just announce it for the crowd?
Yeah, am I on this? What's your now? It was Colin Graf. It was Colin Graf. But
Thank you.
It's that game especially, I think epitomized what Quinnipiac was, the culture, not giving up until the final buzzer sounds, being down 2-0, and then coming back in 2-2 to send it to overtime, and obviously 10 seconds in. We all know what happened. I don't need to explain it, but we all know what happened 10 seconds in.
Absolutely.
Remember the last lifetime.
Before we take our final break of the night, QBSN is here to highlight some of our best moments with the organization.
Hey guys, you've been amazing this year. You've been amazing your entire time here, whether you've been here 1 year like Tony or you've been here 4 years like Connor and Murdoch. You guys are amazing. We're really going to miss you, and best of luck.
What's up, guys? Zach here. I want to start off by first thanking you for all that you guys have done for QBSN and for Q30 and all of student media.
Hey, this is Mike King from QBSN's e-board, and this is a special message to
Connor, Tony, and Brandon. We just want to thank you guys so much for the work that you've done over the years for QBSN, and we just want to congratulate you guys on graduating, and we wish you the best possible luck in all future endeavors.
And then Connor Core, Mr. Connor freaking Core. This is one of my, or you should say you are one of the people that helped me out the most when I was in school, when I was doing my stuff with Q30, dealing with things that, you know, some people know, some people don't know. But the fact that you're now going to be done, it didn't feel real when I was done last year, and it definitely doesn't feel real that you're now finished with QBSN. But all the work that you've put in, the work ethic, the consistency with which you show up.
Connor, Brendan, and Tony, it's been an honor knowing you all in student media and here at QBSN. I want to thank you for all your incredible and positive contributions to student media here at Quinnipiac. And more so, I want to wish you all the best of luck in your future careers and endeavor.
Hey Tony, how are you, friend? Hope you're doing well. Congratulations on a great run at QBSN. Even though you were here for 1 year, it still doesn't matter. You left your mark on the organization, whether you did, 1 call, 3 calls, it really doesn't matter. You brought personality, you brought a lot of fun, and you made sure everyone else around you was having fun in QBSN, and that's really what it's all about.
Connor and Brandon, congratulations on the last show. It's been a wild and fun ride these past 4 years from our time back on Ledge's 4th floor. And Tony, it's been a short time, but it's been a fun time. Very happy to have gotten to know you this past year. Very happy to have gotten to work with you in our classes and student media. And, best of luck to
Brandon Murdoch, buddy, what's going on? Congratulations on a great run at QBSN. I'm so happy that I was able to work with you and not only be a partner, but also be an editor of yours, to see your work.
Connor, Tony, Murdoch, thank you for all that you've done for student media and your time here.
To Tony, Connor, and Brandon, thank you guys for all the hard work and dedication you guys have thrown into QBSN and also into student media as a whole. You three are some of the most inspiring individuals that I've ever had the pleasure of working with, communicating with, as well as just overall being friends with.
Core, Mr. Connor Core, congratulations on a great 4 years at QBSN. It's crazy to think that the 4 years are up just like that, but you have left a everlasting mark on the organization.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Reporting from the Grove for Q30 News.
Reporting from the Miller Library for Q30 News.
Reporting from the Mount Carmel campus for Q30 News.
Reporting on Whitney Ave for Q30 News.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
Welcome back to Bobcat Breakdown. It's time for our final roars as Quinnipiac students. Since these two next to me have more ground to cover, I'll start us off. Deciding to be a Quinnipiac Bobcat is one of the best decisions I have ever and will ever make. It's hard to believe I've only been here for 8 months because it feels like it's been so much longer than that. I'd like to take this time to show my gratitude to those who have made this experience so incredible, and also to pitch to any future Bobcats listening why Quinnipiac is the place to go. In this industry, I have A master's degree isn't a necessity. It's the experience you have that will set you apart. And while I've had incredible experiences at Oklahoma State as well, I wanted to fill in a few blanks on my resume at Quinnipiac, and I can confidently say I did that. And I could sit here and list everything I've done, but that hasn't been the most important part of my Quinnipiac journey. It's been the people I've been fortunate to meet and befriend along the way. I've been so blessed to have classes with such an amazing and close group. I've thoroughly enjoyed my experience with everyone I've shared a classroom with, and between the full class inside jokes, some that our professors know and some they want no part in, and the bond we've all created in such a short amount of time, I've had so many laughs and will always cherish this group. I tried to put the feeling I have about this group into words, and I can't. It's just so special. To all of my classmates, professors, and peers in Q30, I am so beyond thankful to have met you all. If I sat here and named every name, our producer Zach Naffa would have to set the live stream time to a few hours long, so I will leave you with this. Thank you to all my family and friends who have supported me in my collegiate career. Thank you, Quinnipiac University. Thank you, Q30 TV. And thank you to all of the amazing people at Quinnipiac who have made this experience truly life-changing.
I feel like I was just moving into my freshman year dorm. Now I'm sitting here next to two incredible people saying goodbye. 4 years goes by really quickly. Over that time, thanks to QBSN and Q30, I've gone to cover Frozen Fenway as a kid from Massachusetts, getting to cover something so big at a stadium so famous, and where some of my favorite journalists and announcers have been was surreal. I've gotten to cover NCAA tournament games, MAC playoffs, traveled to historic Lake Placid, and of course, met some of my best friends. Doing all the trips was of course cool, and I'm incredibly thankful. But in 30 years, I won't be thinking about the games I covered. It's going to be who I covered them with. Sitting in the media suite, getting to just hang out with the people in the station and talk to them, whether it be sports or not, is right up there with going to Fenway. The people make the place. Last week, if you were forced to watch me on your TV, I said goodbye to Sports Pause, thank you to those producers. I said goodbye to Newscast, thank you to those producers. And tonight, I don't just say goodbye to Bobcat Breakdown, of course, thank you to these producers. This is my goodbye to student media. Well, I can't lie, I'm nervous about what's next and scared about leaving. I do know you can't ever make an entrance if you never leave the room. So whatever I do, I know I'll be prepared not just because of these things I've done, but because of the people I met who have helped me. So for the final time, thank you.
We've made it to the moment that I've been dreading for 4 years, the end. To Q30 Television, thank you. You took in a kid that was scared beyond imagination about being away from home for the first time in 18 years. Somehow, some way, you crafted and molded the person that is about to say goodbye. My first time sitting at a Q30 desk, I was so inexperienced that I was swiveling back and forth in the chairs we are sitting in now. The people older than me gave me the confidence to simply show up one more time. I'm happy to report that I'm glad I listened. In the following months and semesters, I dived into the thick of it, learning, asking questions, thinking differently than I ever have before. I loved every moment. Q30 gave me that and so much more. I decided to run for president in my sophomore year, but not to just have the role to be a thing I put on my resume, but rather to give back to the organization that gave me so much. I've used this phrase that in 5 years, none of us are going to be here. The only thing that will remain is Q30. I want to thank every single person that has helped me on this journey. If I named all of them, we could be here for a very long time, kind of like Tony mentioned. However, I wouldn't be here today without my mom, my dad, and even my sister, even though I give you the hardest time probably more than anyone. I could write more, but honestly, I don't think I could get through it all. Brandon, Tony, and myself, many others have been called Unk throughout this year. Well, if this Unk could leave you with one thing, it would be this. Smile more, enjoy life, trust me, it is never that serious. As the time is slowly continues to wind down in college and the real world is inevitably going to knock, I feel like I'm ready to answer that door. Q30 has done that for me. I will forever be in debt to this organization, to the station I love. This is not a goodbye, but simply a see you later.